Welcome to Positive Talk with Kevin McDonald. Hey, that's me. Hi, and welcome to Positive Talk. Our show features the best positive stories and people from around the globe as we endeavor to answer the universal question of why am I here and what is my purpose? Understanding that can change everything, and knowing your greatness is fundamental to living your best life. So join us right now as together we work to create the adventure of our lifetime. And welcome to Positive Talk with Kevin McDonald. I hope everybody's well today. It is noon on a Friday, and I hope it's raining and stuff, but I think it's getting a little warmer, so we should be cool and we should be fine. I'm hoping. I'd like to, first of all, introduce my co-host for the hour, because we have a special show for you today, and stay tuned for the very end because we have a special announcement. So Dana Parker is with us, and hey, my friend, how you doing?
Hi, so good. How are you?
I'm really good. We're really lucky today because we have an author who's going to be joining us, and he's written his first book at the tender age of 70 years old. No, wait. That's wrong. Let me read that again. Oh, he's 7, like in first grade, like 7. But we're going to talk to him in just a minute. How you be, my friend?
Good, doing great.
Good. Are you ready for our big announcement at the end of the show?
Sure am. I'm always excited for big announcements.
Me too. It's like the Boy Scout thing. Announcements. Remember that?
Yeah. Yes, I do actually.
And our guest may be a Cub Scout. I don't know. But first, let's talk to Nathan for a moment. Nathan, how you doing?
Hey, Kevin, doing well. Finally seeing that El Nino out there, huh?
Yeah. It's all the way up to, whoa, how warm is it today going to be?
It is currently 45 degrees and topping out today. Well, that's interesting. I guess it is topped out already. I was looking at the weather thing here. It says today high near 44, currently 45. Okay.
So make sure that everybody's wearing sunscreen out there. We don't want to get anybody burned or drowned. Is it going to rain today?
Yeah, it will. A lot of rain coming up.
Well, that's all right. I'm looking forward to our guest today. He's going to be a lot of fun to talk to, and he's. Do you remember? Have you written any books, or were you interested in writing? Either one of you, Dana or Nathan.
I know the process of writing a book. You know, the beginning, the middle, and then the big event, and then the ending.
Okay.
Have I done that yet? No.
And Dana,
I have not fully written and published a book yet. But
you're working on it.
Yes, it's true.
Yeah, so and it's going to be dynamic when it gets done. So
thank you.
With that, he is. I don't know if he's sitting on a phone book or what, but he is sitting in a chair, looking at us. His name is Paul George. He is 7 years old, and he's written a book.
No one more happy to be on the show, Kevin.
I've
seen him backstage jumping around and waving his hands. He's very eager to be on today.
I love it.
It's so cool. And by the way, Dana's got 4 boys, so she and you will get along just famously.
4 boys? That's a lot.
4. It is, huh? They have a lot of fun. We all have a lot of fun.
Yes, indeed. Well, and he's written the book, The First Camel in Space. And by the way, he is going to be joined by his mother here in a little bit, I'm told.
Right.
So, yes. So, Paul, how are you?
I'm good.
Well, I'm glad you're good. We're excited to have you here. No, this is radio. You can't nod. You have to talk.
Yes.
Now, have you done very many interviews yet?
No, not much.
Well, but that's good. See, we could be one of your first, and you'll have a really good time here. And so you'll want to do more.
No, this is the first one I've done like on YouTube and many others.
Oh, very nice.
Great.
Now, I know you're in Los Angeles, California. Is that right?
Yes.
And how long has your book been out?
How long has my book been out?
Yeah,
Like
when
about
was-
3 weeks.
how long?
Like about 3 weeks.
3 weeks.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So we're going to talk about that in just a moment. But Dana, since you have so many boys, I bet you have a question for this fine young man.
Yeah. How did it feel when you put it out there? When you pressed go and it was available for everyone? How did that feel?
I didn't know how it felt really. It just felt like how much am I gonna sell it? Is it gonna be a failure or not?
Now, let me correct you, sir. You've written a book. If you've written a book,
Yeah.
you're not a failure.
Yeah, I'm 37 and I haven't even written a book.
I'm
That's a big deal. Just writing it is so successful.
Boy, no kidding.
Congratulations.
And I'm almost double Dana, and I haven't written a book either.
Yeah. So you're ahead of us.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great.
That means the younger there is, the more you want to write.
Yes. Have you always liked writing?
It has been my dream like since like 4 years old.
Okay.
Well,
Yeah.
Way back when you were a kid.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Long time ago. That is so cool. I'm so glad that you're utilizing your gifts and talents to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he also has many hobbies. He likes to travel. And do you play soccer and you're a skateboarder?
Yes.
Wow. Cool.
What do you like best about soccer?
I like about soccer that sometimes I just do goals and then
Mhm.
sometimes I do nutmegs.
Yeah. What's a nutmeg?
It's when you make someone like you put the ball through someone's legs wide open
Oh, yeah. I bet that's really fun.
and then I score on them.
Yes.
Heart.
So you pass the ball between their legs and then go around them, and then they're standing there looking. Where'd the ball go? It was between my
What
legs.
happened?
And then they just they look down between their legs and they just see the soccer ball in my legs, and then they try to turn in time, but they never do.
Well,
That would be fun.
see, everybody's surprised that you can actually put it between the wickets, as it were.
Yeah. Yeah. That's impressive.
But I wonder why they call it nutmeg.
It's
I don't know if we should go there.
You know, as that was leaving my mouth, I just dawned on me.
A nutmeg is when you make them between their legs and you score. But
Yes.
if you just make them regularly, it's just called a meg.
A Meg. Oh, got it. That makes so much sense. How long have you been playing soccer?
Soccer, since I was like little,
Mm-hmm.
like
Yeah.
about 2 years ago, because they didn't accept me back then because I was too little than the others.
Really?
But now I'm aiming for those ankles.
Oh, I love that.
So you're all grown up, and now you're in first grade, and you're ending your first grade school year. How are you doing? Do you like first grade? Do you like school?
No, actually, I'm in second grade.
Second, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I was gonna say I have an 8-year-old, so yeah,
And then
second grade.
I started the book like by saying it into in the phone
Yeah,
to write it. And
that's
then,
what I do sometimes with my book that I'm writing.
so and then I started doing it when I was in first grade in my Publishing. Thanks to Dr. Purcell for doing this project that I was going to write a book. And I got the highest score out of all of them.
You must have worked really hard.
Yeah, I did. It's
Yeah.
like 20 pages.
Yeah, that's hard work right there. Congratulations.
What made you think up the story of the first camel in space?
Because I went to Israel in the spring break before I started doing that. And then it just made me want to write about a camel going into space. Because a camel is that I went to Israel, and Israel is like the main animal is the camel.
Yeah, did you see camels there?
Yeah, a lot.
Wow.
And then I saw my dream was to go to the space. So what did I make the camel do? Go to
Go
space.
to space. Yeah, that makes so much sense. Oh my gosh, that's very creative. You have a very creative mind, don't you?
Yeah, I do.
Mm-hmm.
And I understand the camel, when he was on the moon, had lots of adventures.
Oh yeah, he had a ton.
Like
Was
what?
Yeah.
What's one adventure that he had?
One adventure on the moon he had,
Yeah.
he was collecting space rocks for all of the other camels for his family.
Oh, for all the other camels. That's very thoughtful. And how cool is that? Do you have space rocks?
Space rocks?
I'm just joking.
I don't have space rocks.
You could pretend, but you're right. That's amazing.
Well, I have another kind of rock from
Oh.
space. It's called the Poppy Rockies.
Oh, the pop rocks. Yeah, we love pop rocks at my house too. Those are really fun, huh?
Yeah, because the sizzling in your mouth.
That is a really interesting feeling, huh? How it pops in your mouth. Kevin, have you ever had pop rocks?
I don't think they invented them when I was
Kevin, I am sending you pop rocks in the mail. You deserve to experience that once in your lifetime.
apparently so.
It
What are
literally
they?
is candy that just pops in your mouth.
Oh,
It pops in your mouth, and like when we put it in, we hold our mouths open because you can just hear the crackling. It is so much fun. As a 30-year-old, I love doing it. I love having it.
Want to hear some pop rocks popping?
Yeah.
Pop rocks?
Yes, Kevin.
okay. He's putting pop rocks in his mouth, and open your mouth. Can you get closer to the microphone?
Can you hear that?
You can actually hear that.
we
That
can
is so
hear
much
that.
fun. Oh, pop rocks. Classic.
Dana, I'm so glad you were here because there's he's old enough to be my great grandson.
He's the same age as my youngest.
Yeah.
So this is like normal life for me.
20 years old.
Yeah, that's how old my youngest is.
I'm 70 years old.
70? I bet your soul is an old soul, huh?
Older than you, Kevin McDonald.
Oh, I love it.
I'm sorry, there's hardly anybody older than me, young man.
That's not true. There's lots.
Oh, true. That's just, well.
In some circles, Kevin, you'd be a young guy.
Well, I live in a 55 plus community. If anybody came out of their house, yeah, I would be the younger one. But
you're the young guy.
Yes.
So you're in the seniors?
I am. I'm so senior.
You get some senior discounts.
I'm almost 60 years older than you.
So you get the senior discount at Denny's?
If I went there, yes.
Paul, we're gonna have to take him with us to Denny's.
Yes, we will. There's one right down the street. You know, I worked at that Denny's in 1980.
Wow.
The
And
one
it's
down the
still
street
there.
from you?
Yeah, there's one right down the street. It's right
Well,
next to SeaTac Airport.
So
I wasn't born then,
that's a century-year-old.
and neither was Paul.
Yeah, I got to tell you. But you know what? I really like talking to young people because you've got such imagination and you're smart and you've got a great sense of humor. You're a wonderful young man to talk to. You know that?
Mhm.
Good. We're
Yeah.
glad you know that.
Do you know how many people, how many authors that I've interviewed that are 7 years old besides you?
Mhm. Yeah. Cool.
How many do you think?
0.
That's exactly right, young man. I've interviewed 0. That's why I had to bring you on the show because I love the premise of the book. I love that you had people around you, adult people who believe in you and are willing to help you. Go ahead.
I got a question for you. Are
Yes.
are you on a boat or something? Because I see the water behind you in the Ferris wheel.
Are you on
That
a
is
boat?
Yeah, no, this is
Great question.
the skyline of Seattle, Washington. You'll have to come up here and we'll get on. There's a big Ferris wheel right on the waterfront, and we'll have to go on the Ferris wheel.
Okay.
It's a really cool. It's kind of like a background like this that Kevin chose to put behind him.
So it's a green screen.
Yeah, it's kind of like that. You're right.
I was like 45 before I even knew what a green screen was.
I know.
Is it a poster? Because the water is moving.
You're right. It's a picture, and I've got a green screen and it goes. It's right there on the green screen, and so that gives us its definition and makes it look good, or so I'm told. Anyway.
Yeah.
So, but that's really cool. So, can you give us a peek under the blanket what your next book is going to be about?
My next book is going to be about French fry and the amazing lobster man. I have a feeling that you're going to eat that fry and that lobster.
Well, do you know what, Paul? When we go to the Ferris wheel, right next to the Ferris wheel is a restaurant called the Lobster Shop. So we'll go there and we'll have some lobster, and then we'll go on the Ferris wheel, and then we can all throw up.
Please don't eat the fry, man.
Just don't eat the fry, man.
So, what made you think up that book?
What made me think about that book?
Yes.
I love potato fries and I just like lobster.
Yeah, so put them together.
Well, you're going to need to be an author if you're going to support that kind of lifestyle.
I love that.
What kind of French fries do you like best?
I like the ones that are like crispy and straight. And in the fry man has legs with arms with that one that keeps the secret identity, those circles around the eyes.
Yeah, the mask.
Infinity loop.
Oh.
He has one and a cave behind him. And Lobster Man is half lobster, half man.
Oh, do you know what I love about you, Paul?
What?
Do you know what you're reminding me of? And anyone listening, as we're listening to him speak and talk, there is a magic that you have, Paul, in finding stories and finding through imagination, through the simplest of things that you love. And I can tell by the way you talk and by how you're communicating that you actually see that magic everywhere, don't you? You can see the simplest of things and think of a story in your imagination. Is that true?
Yeah, I think about a lot of things.
Yeah. Yeah, and this is the value, I think, of being with people, this younger generation, really remembering they are here to remind us to remind us to bring back the magic, right? To bring back that joy in life and to see all life as magical, as stories. It is so beautiful. Paul, I am so glad that you are here today talking to us, reminding us about the magic everywhere.
Can I introduce you to someone?
Yes.
Of course.
Hello. Hi.
Hi.
Oh, this is the mom. You know, I was forgetting by the book, so and then I got grab it. So
Look at that.
yeah.
Mom, you must be very, very proud.
You already talk a lot.
Yeah. He's such a good kid. He has a great imagination.
Oh yeah. Hopefully it can last longer. You know, like it
I agree.
More
Yeah.
books.
Paul, did you hear that? Don't ever stop imagining. Keep it going all the way through into your adult life. It will bring so much happiness into your life. And keep writing. I hope you'll keep writing.
Well, and Mom, you are responsible for some of this because you have been reading to Paul since he was, as he puts it, when he was still in your tummy, you were reading to him.
Yeah, it's true.
Can I show you some pages? Can I show you some pages in the book?
Absolutely.
The title is The First Camel in Space, as you see right here.
Yeah.
The art right here is the camel floating from the spaceship.
I love that.
Right here is all the chapters in the book. All the chapters are first contents, dedication, prelude. Chapter 1, a dream. Chapter 2, space problem. Chapter 3, back on Earth.
Ooh, I love that.
And then it's these drawings.
Oh, look how colorful that is.
It relates to space. And let me read you. Dedication to my teacher, John Dr. Purcell, for educating me, child to learn writing skills.
I love that.
So,
Sounds like a great teacher.
Yeah. Is he your second grade teacher?
He was my first grade when I first started.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
You know, and just as an aside, if you are a teacher or you are thinking about being a teacher, you can positively affect kids like Paul, and it becomes a lifelong thing. He will always remember his first grade teacher, John, as being a very special man in his life. And so that you if you're thinking about being a teacher, do it. You can positively impact a whole generation of people.
Yeah.
Can I show you about this picture?
You may.
Yes.
This picture is about the camel he's dreaming of going to the space. And right here it says, Hugo had this very obnoxious dream of being the first camel land on the moon.
That's impressive that you're reading that almost upside down. I am impressed. That's hard for me.
I'm impressed that he knows what obnoxious means. I was 30 before I figured that out.
And then this one's almost my favorite part. Then this is Hugo. He's asking all the NASA to go to the space, but they think he's not gonna make it through all these tests he has to go through. Then right here is when he is kissing his mom for good luck because he's about to go to space.
Wow.
And then this right here is where how you can write how you like it so far. Second chapter, space problem.
Wow.
So, ladies and gentlemen, I just want to point out that this is a 7-year-old His name is Paul George, and he's written a chapter book. It's not just a children's book; it's a chapter.
Oh, and it's beautiful.
It
I
is
mean, if you're
beautifully
just
done.
listening, it is colorful. There's magic on every page. There's stars and planets, and it is really well done.
Right now, he's in space. You can see the Earth right here.
Yeah.
Very little, but he's commanding the pilot right now.
Mhm.
And then he's going into space.
Look at him. They thought he wouldn't make it, and he did.
Mm-hmm. And finally, he makes it on the moon with 3 friends of his. They're walking on the moon, finding space rocks next. He wanted to explore all the faces on the moon. Why is it so? But it was just craters on the moon. Then he meets aliens. He thought
Look at those.
He thought he was gonna get hurt, but otherwise, he went to collect the space rocks.
Mm-hmm. For his family, right? I remember you saying that.
Then he heads off back to home.
Yeah.
I'll bet you everybody was happy to see him when he got home.
Third chapter.
Yeah.
Back to Earth. This is the last chapter. Finally, Hugo gets off of the shuttle. Finally, he gets to meet a lot of people. They're cheering him on.
Yeah.
First Camel in space.
Well, they can't believe that he actually made it back.
Yeah.
Finally, he gets back to his family and he says, "Hey guys, I won a $25 million." And then the end.
Oh, I love that. Wow. Yeah, I want to clap.
There's the 2 ones.
Oh, yeah.
This one's hardcover.
Mm-hmm.
This one's soft cover.
Oh, yeah.
And they're out now, so you can pick them up at like Amazon and pretty much everywhere. Goodreads has a synopsis on you, and so it's congratulations. You should be. Are you really you should be really, really proud of yourself.
So proud. Hey, Paul, have you read that to your class?
Not yet, because
you should. It's such a good idea.
No, I shouldn't, because if I read it to them, I won't make sales because they
you might. You might make sales because then they'll want to have one at their house so they can read it anytime they want.
So not only is he an author, he's an entrepreneur.
I just tell them about the book. I never I said, if you want to, buy the book. I'm not saying anything.
Well, you know what I would do?
For only $12.99 at Amazon.
Now, do you guys have like a school fair?
Like
where everybody gets together and has a little.
Even last year at the end of the school year, it was a book fair, but I didn't have the books ready. Just they were uploaded in Amazon and in English part, but it's hard to have it. I had to get the copies and then say to the school to have them there, but it's gonna be not the cost that I gonna buy the book and then how I gonna sell it to the school. It's not like giving a good a good cost for the school. Is because the book fair is through Scholastic. And maybe someday we can get into the Scholastic. It's not easy, because we find out and we were asking to these people, you work with them, so and they try to investigate, but they didn't answer yet about how to get into Scholastic. This is the fair book because it's just if you do it through the Scholastic, it's gonna be a different. So.
It's very hard getting into there. Like if we were to sell it to we have to make many copies because you never know. It might sell a lot because kids might be interested. Mostly the first graders. First graders always love fiction, and I know how kids really like fiction. You know how?
How?
Wow.
I always see kids laughing at fiction. Like one of them, a baby that wear a diaper all day long.
Yeah.
Kids would laugh.
Yeah, right?
Just for
True.
that as an example. But I know that would happen in real life.
Well, Paul, don't ever lose your imagination.
Oh,
Keep it alive. What Dana said is really true. Keep it alive, and you will. You know, I can tell you a story. There's a young lady that I interviewed. She's 15, so she's like an old lady to you. She's double your age, and she's written.
Years old. She's a dinosaur.
She says, well, that's going to be your third book. You're going to write about going back and visiting the dinosaurs.
Oh, yeah. I should do the 15-year-old that went back in dinosaur time, but sadly, the T-Rex gobbled her up.
Well, she's not a very big person, so that would be just a appetizer. But congratulations, young man. You are doing some really cool stuff, and we applaud you for it. Mom, has he always had a vivid imagination like this?
Oh yeah, always is, saying something, because I say to everybody, hopefully I can have time to start writing down, what he's saying. Sometimes that I do is just recording him, I keep the recording. When I have time, I will try to write it down, what he's saying. But I can say, oh, you're gonna record something. He's available to record something.
Oh yeah.
And say something.
Even when I wake up, my mind just has something for a new day.
New ideas.
I don't so any, but my mom doesn't let me say it all.
That makes sense. As a mom, I get that.
Well, congratulations on, and by the way, let's go through your information again. If you want to get the book, you can go to Amazon. It's the first Camel in Space. And you can buy that book and give it to your kids. If you're a grandparent like me, I've got grandkids, and I'm going to get the book. And so when they come over, we can sit down and we can have a nice read about a Camel in Space.
Coffee. A nice cup of hot chocolate and coffee and marshmallows and some hot.
That's a great idea.
That Christmas tree, have them on your lap and read them a story.
Yeah.
So, Paul, what is your favorite food in the whole world?
My favorite food? I got a ton. First, we got candy, pizza, chicken wings, Pop Rocks, like I have right here. Pop Rocks. We got hamburgers, pizza again, Subway, any kind of sandwiches, candy, juices.
So you like a whole bunch of food. Some kids don't like hardly any.
Probably vegetables, but not too much vegetables.
But not too much. Just enough.
You know what this guy likes?
What? The camel?
Vegetables.
The camel likes what?
Vegetables. He's a vegetarian.
Oh.
Camels are vegetarians, now that you mention it.
I didn't know that. I just said out when my brain wanted me to say out.
Well, your brain was absolutely correct.
It's true.
How do you know that?
How do I know that? Or how do you know that?
He's a senior citizen.
Yeah.
He's learned a couple things over the years.
Yeah. Because you know why? He was born in the 2000s when God was in the nation. He created the camel. So you know vegetarian.
Such creativity.
You are, young man, you are a lot of fun, and we really have enjoyed having you on the show. Is there anything that anybody you'd like to thank before we let you go? Because I know, by the way, for being 7 years old, you're doing a great job of sitting still and talking and being very focused on what we're talking about. So
you're doing so good.
Yes, indeed.
One of my dedications is to John Dr. Purcell that created me to start writing a book. And my second one is called Sanoa Mendes Rodriguez because she helped me through all of it. And then the first one I think the most is myself.
Do you know what is so wonderful, Paul, about you is you're teaching us all in this moment and anyone listening that it is acceptable and absolutely okay to own your successes. To own it. Own your successes. He's unapologetically owning that he created this, and we all deserve to live more like that.
Hey, can I tell you something? I'm actually a classified teacher. I have my diploma somewhere. I can't find it.
Hey.
I can't find it. That means I'm not a classified teacher.
Hey, listen, Paul, if the book thing doesn't work out, maybe go try to be a comedian. I think that might work for you too.
So he can make cartoons. You know, he does a lot of.
So where's my diploma? Where's my diploma?
Yeah.
Oh, it's not in my pockets. What a mystery.
Yeah, you should have his own little show.
Actually, it's in my
Very
imaginations. In my back pocket of my imaginations.
He's so cute.
So I have a diploma, but I just don't know how to use it. How do you use a diploma? Feed it to a wad of cash?
No, you don't need to do anything with the diploma because that means all the diploma is means that everyone says that you are qualified to be a teacher now. So you don't even need to show anybody. You know that you're qualified.
So am I qualified to teach you?
Yeah, you could teach. Actually, Paul, you know what Dana said is absolutely true. You can teach all of us to live in our childhood and to enjoy our imagination and not take life so dang seriously.
Yep.
What's 1 then?
Huh?
What's 1 + 1, Kevin McDonald's?
Hold on, I got to get my calculator. No, it's 2.
Minutes. No calculators in test time.
Oh, you have a strict teacher. You know, when I was your age, there was no such thing as a calculator.
Because you were born in the dinosaur times.
Yeah.
Wait, didn't you just say that, Kevin? Did you say that earlier?
Yes, indeed, I did. And I was born in a time when you could not hold your phone. You had to go to the wall.
There was no phone. There was only the cell phones on the walls or the Nokia 64. There was
phones
no
on the walls.
Back then. There was no Wii. There was no Nintendo Switch. There was no PlayStation 5. There was no VR.
There still isn't any of those things in my house. But
my house.
No, when I was a kid, we used to take a tin can and a string.
Yeah, those cell phones that can you hear me? Can you hear me? Replay.
He knows, Kevin.
Testing. On. Is it on?
Oh, this is frightening. This is just
Yeah. He knows what you're talking about.
Paul, you're an amazing young man. Mom, you must be really proud, and you've done a really nice job. And we have to thank the gentleman or lady who's right to your the hand.
Yes.
And thank you for being here, and thank you for helping us with George and
the Wrangler. The Wrangler.
You're the Wrangler.
The Wrangler.
You're the posse.
Exactly.
Because George is Paul's gonna be very, very famous, and congratulations, young man, on who you really are.
Yeah.
Hey, look. Wait, is that something I feel? Because I feel it just coming down.
It's the hand is attacking his face as we were speaking. So,
Yes.
well, very good, guys. Now you're welcome to stay here for the next 15 minutes, but Dana and I have got something very important we have to discuss.
And remember, this is in Amazon and in Grins Park.
He's going to be a sales guy, I can tell you.
Thank you.
The first camel in space, Paul George, has been our guest. He's 7, and he is amazing. And
8.
oh, you're 8 now. Well,
Just 8.
okay, so now you're old. You're still the youngest. You're still the youngest author that I've interviewed by 7 years. So, and she's amazing. So you have a very bright future ahead of you, and
Amazing.
just
She's
take
an amazing mom. I should write about her in my next time.
I
only
agree.
the good things.
Yes.
She should be the mom that wasted so much money on child.
I'm a child. Aww.
I think that was a hint, Mom.
And it's an investment, Paul. It's an investment.
Well, thanks again, you guys.
Hey, thank you guys.
Thank
Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Also, so blessed we are to have you. Really.
Yeah.
Oh, you have a good show. You know, it made me so
Thank
excited,
you.
so happy.
Thank you.
And
Thank you so much.
by the way, Paul, if you go to YouTube right now,
Yeah.
and you go to Positive Talk Radio on YouTube, you can watch this show as it's still being done.
Yeah, you can watch yourself.
You can go watch yourself.
Yeah.
Can I see it right now?
Yeah.
After you get off with us, yeah.
You're kidding.
All right. Thank you guys.
You guys have a great day. The first
We'll see
camel in
ya.
space. Go get it. It's at Amazon. Paul George has been our guest. He's now 8, so he's grown a whole year since we started
Thank
this.
you.
And so
Bye.
thank you guys. Have a good day.
Bye. Thank you so much, Dinah. Thank you.
Bye, guys.
Bye. Thank you.
And I want to thank Dana. That was just that was
just
sensational.
fun. That was just fun.
It-
Such a good reminder, such a great reminder. And that's the thing that sometimes I think, because of the way culture and our society is set up here, how there's so much technology and media, and we have less and less interaction together. I think that we forget sometimes that anyone and everyone we can learn from, and we can glean insight from, and they show us things. Even the youngest of them, can show us things and remind us of things and keep the magic alive. And it's valuable. It's very valuable.
I was just struck by the enthusiasm he has for life.
I agree. It was energizing for me to watch. Like, wow. What a
Every
kid.
morning he gets up and it's like, oh boy, it's another day. I get to head. This is going to be fun.
Can you imagine as adults if we woke up that way?
I know.
Well, how would life be different?
Oh, it'd be totally different. We'd all
So
be doing
different.
exactly what we wanted to do, and we'd be having
Yes.
fun, and we'd be
Yeah.
actually would wake up with a smile on our face, perhaps.
It's true. That's true. Actually, do you know what's interesting is I used to research when I was speaking I spent some time 2 companies ago. I worked for a company and I was called the Joy Queen because I would make people do things that were out of their normal comfort zone, but I'd make people play. And there's actually researchers that research the power of play. And there's different types of play and the benefits to our lives. I mean, I made lists and lists. So I think that there's something of substance behind that in remembering to loosen up and not take life and yourself so seriously.
Because you're not going to get out of it alive anyway. So relax and enjoy it. Speaking of which, and I want to invite Nathan to come back into this because I have an important announcement to make. And I just thought maybe he would like to, he's heard through the grapevine, but, and Dana, actually, would you like to make this announcement? No,
Kevin, that's for you.
I know. I first of all, I want to tell everybody that, first of all, in all seriousness, KKNW is a radio station like no other in the entire country. I've looked. There is no place where somebody can go and put on their own show and do what they are passionate about and do what they really like to do. And Nathan and Eric both have been very, very supportive of everything that I've done while we've been here on KKNW and also Kixie. And I have to tell you that unfortunately at the end of January, that's coming right up at the end of January, we will be taking a break from broadcasting on KKNW and Kixie. And so Positive Talk will be going away for the moment. I can't. If you knew me personally, you would know that I can't make a decision to stay with it forever. But what we are planning on doing is not continuing to do the show, and we're going to. I'm going to take some time. We have 1,100 shows between My Independence Report and Positive Talk, and you can go there and listen to all of those. But I publicly would like to thank Nathan for all that he's done with us while we've been here. And by the way, if you want to give me a call and you want to talk to us, you can real briefly. We got 10 minutes left. 425-373-5527. Now we've got several more shows to do, and through the 31st, but I thought I'd get it out early and often so that people can, if you choose to, if we have meant something to you, it would be awesome to let us know that. And if not, I get that too. So, but Nathan, thank you. Anything that you'd like to add, young man?
No, that's just one of the bittersweet side of working in this business. It's a great place to be in, but it's one of those where, you got to understand that, times change, and you're one of those where the time changes and it's sad to see you go, but it's always been a lot of fun. I mean, the Positive Talk radio truly is positive every time I listen to the show, especially today. I mean, just nothing but positivity and uplifting, and couldn't ask for a better show to start my Friday shift with.
Absolutely. Dana?
Yeah, it's been a great show. I've loved it. I've loved all the people, all the things. And I think the thing that I have pulled from this time that we've had is that really the positive, the things in our life are choices that we choose from the hardest of times. And Kevin and I can attest to that. That is our life. Through the hardest of times, we have chosen to come out on the other side. And it doesn't always happen immediately, but to come out on the other side and to see the positive aspect, to see the wisdom, and that's been our hope, is to share those stories with people, to inspire people to view their life in a new way.
It's an important aspect of all that we do. And it is, and for those of you who think that this is a shtick or a put up or a make believe, it's not. Everything that we do, every guest that we have on, every positive interaction we have with people, it is genuine. It is actually how I feel about people and about life, and which is why people like Nathan, I've enjoyed working with him. He's very professional and does an outstanding job. And if you are local in the area, two things. Number one, if you're local in the area and you want to support this fine broadcast, I may not have to go away, but you can give me a call or email me at kevin@kmmedia.pro. Or you can also, if you choose to, there are going to be 3 time slots open, and you can, and they do everything for you. They take care of you. They make sure you sound professional. They give you the forum to be able to do what it is that you have it in your heart to do. I found them 20 years ago, and they've been an important aspect of everything that I've done. And so get in contact with Eric Crema is the guy you should call if you would like to, occupy noon at on Friday. Great time. I got to tell you, it's been a lot of fun. So, but Dana, I got to tell you, you are the type of people that add so much to the show.
Thank you. I love people. I love adding positivity in the world. I was born that way. As a child, I was one of those children that would go around in the playground and make sure people felt special and important. And in the classroom felt the same way. So this is just another addition, I think, to my life that really fulfills that soul's desire just to make people feel good and put out positive messages to make a difference in the world. So thank you for the opportunity, Kevin. And Nathan, thank you for being such a great, you're easy to work with, and you've been so wonderful every time I'm on the show. So thank you for your part too. I've really enjoyed having you. Yeah, I've really enjoyed being on the show. Thank you.
Well, I tell you, you are my coach, and you know more about me than I can honestly say at this point. You know more about me than anybody else on the planet.
Yeah.
We've got a great relationship and a great thing going, and I want to let everybody know that you are available if somebody would like to talk to you. How do they get a hold of you?
Yeah, you can find me at innerworldmovement.com. Innerworldmovement.com. You can go on there and find my calendar, and I'm happy to support, happy to help. You can also find me on Facebook and Instagram. Those are the places I am for now.
She is an amazing coach, and she gets you to discover things about yourself that you had totally forgotten or didn't even know. And including the fact that, since I'm going to be leaving the airwaves, and I'm probably not going to be coming back here, there's a real quick story that Dana and I were talking, and I went into a hypnosis, and we started talking about somebody that I used to date 50 years ago, and was an important part of my life. And then I come to find out, what was it, 3 weeks ago, that she had passed away a year and a half before that. So it provided, I got the closure because of working with Dana. I got the closure to that entire thing that happened, and so I can't recommend her highly enough.
Thank you, Kevin. Thank you so much. I care, I love, and I have a lot of foundation of working with people. So there's a lot of background and experience and certifications and all of that. So thank you.
So Nathan, if we're leaving, what the hell are you going to do with yourself?
I'm just going to go back into this corner and cry.
Well, we understand it is a matter of, as Rocky would say, it's just economics. But it really is what it's all about. And also I've done 1,100 shows in just shy of 3 years. I think I deserve a day off. What do you think? So we're gonna do that. I'm gonna take that time. I'm not gonna tell you that I'll never be back, because I'm like a bad penny. I keep showing up. But
you've done it before. You can do it again.
Ain't that the truth? So if
Mhm.
somebody wants to drop me and they want to sponsor this here program, and you believe in positive talk and you love what we do here, we will I'll continue if you sponsor it. So that's something that a deal that I'll make. So again, Kevin at kmmedia.pro is how you can get a hold of me. Again, Dana, 20 seconds. That's all you got. Anything you want to say?
Just thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for everyone that listened, that's been listening. And thank you, Kevin, for this opportunity. I've loved every moment. Thank you.
And Nathan, I'll see you and Dana next for our last show on Friday next time. So until that time, be kind to one another, because each other's all we've got. Dana Parker, Inner World Movement, go see her.